In the laning phase, what you can do is always awaken your W when he goes to fling you, and usually this will result in either you slightly winning the trade or going even in the trade. Basically, anytime you have your awakened W, Urgot flinging you won't really matter, you can just tank through all of his shots almost. If Urgot ends up buying heal cut and shield cut, then obviously this isn't going to be the case anymore, but that's gonna be pretty late into the game. What you can do is put a few points into your W early so you sustain more, and then start maxing either your R or your Q depending on which build you play. Both AD and AP Udyr work into Urgot. As AP Udyr, you're not gonna fight that much in melee range because you wanna just do a hit and run playstyle of just awakening Phoenix and walking away, and then what will most likely happen is that anytime you awaken Phoenix, Urgot is gonna just press his E to get that shield, and eventually this will make him go out of mana, whereas with AD Udyr you can actually sit more in melee range. But depending on what build you run with AD Udyr, you might need to dodge that initial fling. If you go for something like Stridebreaker plus Sterak's Gauge, you're probably gonna be fine even if you tank the fling because of the Sterak's shield. But if you don't go Sterak's second, then you might die. You also have to watch out for the fact that Urgot has a very powerful level 9 spike and a first legendary item power spike. The moment he gets his Black Cleaver, he will shred you significantly. Another interaction that is pretty good to know is the fact that your E can stop his ulti if you awaken your E. His chains will not pull you at all if he actually tries to pull you while you have your awakened E on. You can both side lane and teamfight into him, both work fine.
has destroyed.
Right now, Urgot is alive and his ultimate is up, so what I look to do is show myself on mid lane and bait out his ultimate. Most likely when he sees that I'm this low on health, he's just gonna shoot his ultimate to try to execute me with it. But because I know the interaction between my awakened E and his ultimate, I can successfully bait out his ult without dying. This lane is going to be tough, but it's not as tough as you think it probably is. You can play either AP or AD Udyr into Vayne, both work fine I'd say. As a matter of fact, AD Udyr is probably better into Vayne later on at around 2 items, and this is because AD Udyr can get a Stridebreaker and Edge of Night, and the moment you get that Edge of Night, Vayne can no longer push you off of her with her E. There is no other spell in her kit that can actually proc down the Edge of Night unless she uses 2 Condemns, and then that second one will actually push you off of her. And also having Stridebreaker is pretty good because of that active slow which allows you to stick to her. But this game I actually went for AP Udyr. What you do basically always is put a few points into your W for lane sustain and then start maxing either Q or R depending on which playstyle you wanna go for. If you go AD Udyr, you can get plated steel caps into Stridebreaker and then Edge of Night. If you go AP Udyr, you can get a Bramble Vest with plated steel caps, and then go into something like a Liandry or Riftmaker, or even completing a full Thornmail or going for a Frozen Heart. And it's also worth noting that you basically always want to recall and buy Tear of the Goddess at the very beginning of the game, or else you're not gonna have enough mana to sustain through her poke. The moment you get that Bramble Vest, it's going to be pretty good because the armor is nice, but you also have that reflect damage, which might not seem like much, but the fact that every time she attacks you she deals a little bit of damage to herself will add up. And it is even better if she runs something like Fleet Footwork, because the Bramble Vest has a heal cut component so that healing from Fleet will be reduced, or any healing from the Doran's Blade, or maybe if she has something like Legend Bloodline. All of these sources will be reduced by the Bramble Vest. After you get plated steel caps and Bramble Vest, what you can do is just permanently charge at Vayne, and she basically won't be able to deal with you unless she has lethal tempo and auto attacks you a lot. Without her being able to apply her W multiple times, like 4 or 5 times, you're not really going to die. But what you can also do is awaken your R after you get the Bramble Vest and plated steel caps, and you won't really be punished for it. Anytime she tumbles in, you can just awaken R and then she can't escape the zone. And if you take something like a Liandry's or Cosmic Drive as your first legendary item, she's gonna be chipped down even harder. And then you also have Phase Rush to quickly escape by awakening your R onto her and then sprinting away. And she won't really be able to chase you through that slow unless she flashes or ghosts.
Instinct alone is no way to live. You cannot outrun me. channel the demigods.
Both AD and AP Udyr can be played into Volibear, but this game I decided to go for AD. You can also see the fact that I have cashback instead of approach velocity. And this is because if you both just farm up, you will eventually outscale him, and I've actually met a few Volibears that played super passively into me. And if the Volibear plays super passively, you can't realistically kill him. If you chase him down, you're actually gonna lose. You have to be the one that lets him engage you. Most Volibears will straight up fight you and all in you, but in case he doesn't, it's better to take cashback. In the laning phase, what you're gonna do most of the time is awaken your W anytime he does his short combo of QWE. Anytime he does that combo, your awakened W is gonna tank through most of it, and then you can just walk away. Even though I didn't have approach velocity in this game, I still took a point in my R. And this is because the R slow is really important. It allows you to space out the Volibear and kite out his Q stun. What they will try to do is tag you with the combo of Q plus E in melee range, but sometimes they need a little bit of distance to get to you with their Q, and that R slow can make it to where they don't reach you and thus waste their Q and E combo. Later on into the game, if you want, you should buy shield cut if you want to just outright fight him in melee range, as well as heal cut. What you can do is go for Ravenous Hydra Rush into a Mortal Reminder and then a Serpent's Fang, and that should basically allow you to hyper burst them in melee range every single time. Another thing you can do is take around 3 points in your R early and then start maxing your Q. That works as well. AD Udyr isn't that great in team fights, so most of the time you're just gonna sit on side lane and split push. So after you buy the Mortal Reminder and Serpent's Fang, you can get a Hole Breaker. But you can also get a Hole Breaker earlier than that if you want. In this situation, I will get to my items even quicker because I have cashback, so anytime I complete a legendary item, I get a bit of extra gold. And if I want to get even more gold, I can buy a coal. And then once I fully stack the coal, I can sell it and that will give me some extra gold as well. And this way, in the mid game, I can have an extra 700 gold completely for free. Later on, it's even more. And again, this is especially good if you think that the Volibear is just gonna play super passively. You can't know if he's gonna play passively before the game begins, but if you want to be on the safe side, you can take cashback instead of approach velocity. If not, you can go for approach velocity and try to fight him. And if you see the fact that he's not really fighting you or engaging first, then you can just play it slower, and yes, it will suck that you don't have that cashback, but it's not the end of the world.
destroyed. Unstoppable.
I see the world through the obstacles I chop.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor. Your team has destroyed.
Thank you guys for joining me in this video. I hope you found the information useful, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully very soon.
Retreat is not failure. We heal and we try again.